Alright guys, in today's video I take my 24-year-old GMC Sierra 1500 on a 2,000-mile round-trip road trip starting near the beaches of Corpus Christi, Texas to the Rocky Mountains in northern New Mexico.
Here we are, Goose Lake, crystal clear water. All right, well, we got camp set up. So I know this isn't my normal type of content and this may seem a little disorganized, but hey, I was trying to enjoy the trip itself and only filmed when, you know, I had a chance or when I had an idea or something like that. So that's why some of the shots aren't the best, and I know on some of them I don't have the camera aimed properly, so you don't see my face. I'm still learning this new camera that I've got, but it's working really good so far and I'm really liking it. And this video was just basically just me hiking around and exploring around Goose Lake. I did do another couple other hikes that might be their own videos on their own, plus one more video that's up here at Goose Lake that's going to be coming up next. Just in time, because even though it is only, what time is it? 5:22, and it doesn't get dark for like another almost hour and a half. The sun's already dropped back behind the mountain, so it's already getting dark and the temperature's already dropped down quite a bit. Some nice little fishing areas here. We're gonna do some fishing later on. Then look at that, we already see fish moving right there. There's a creek over there I'm gonna try to hike to at some point. It's beautiful. Put a lot of wear in my truck. See, about 6 years ago, the last time we did this trip, I came in my Suzuki SX4. We were told at that time, oh look, there's dead trout right there. We were told at that time that the roads, or the trail up here was redone and it was pretty smooth and not that bad. And I was told that even my Suzuki, all-wheel drive, could have made it up the trail just fine. The only problem was the water crossing you saw there at the beginning was too deep, so we never even tried to attempt it. Now obviously, oh, and also, you know, just before we did that trip, I had watched some YouTube videos of some guys some Jeepers that came up here dated just a couple months before. And I watched the entire track up, and it was pretty smooth. My Suzuki would have made it with it was then. But obviously over the past 6 years, the trail has very, very, very much eroded away. And now it's pretty rough. So a lot rougher on my truck than I was expecting. But you know, it is what it is. But tomorrow we're gonna be fishing, all that stuff. I'm gonna try to hike up to the top of that little rocky outcropping up there. We'll see. If not, you know, it is what it is. But I think this might be the last video we do tonight, unless we hear some cool sounds or something like that. This trip has not been going exactly as planned so far. Our first full day here, we were supposed to go to the hot springs. We ended up taking too long to get packed with camp, and we didn't want to have to deal with naked hippies and nudists at the hot spring. So we're going to push that back to probably our last full day here. We'll do that. And then the video that was the one that I was really excited about doing, we could not do that. That little excursion was killed off and it was not made possible to do. Look at that trail right there. That's one I'm probably gonna take. But let me flip this up here. But you know, it is what it is. I'll explain that tomorrow when I do the hike. What that video was going to be, and you know, why we weren't able to do it. But in that case, you know, it is what it is. But I'll see y'all guys either later on or in the morning, and see what happens. Morning, guys. Last night sucked a lot. It wasn't particularly cold, but my air mattress that I had was deflating, so I was stuck in like 2 positions and couldn't really move around. And then it was kind of windy, so we had to put out a fire early, because the wood around here likes to crackle a lot. And unlike our last campsite, which was down in a nice, moist, grassy valley, we were concerned about our embers popping off with the wind while we were sleeping and catching our tents on fire or something like that. So we didn't, we made sure we put out our fire. And then, of course, you know, the windiness, you know, kind of made it a little colder, but it wasn't actually very cold. To be honest, it wasn't even as cold as the last camping spot. But the temperature fluctuated a lot. And then I've been battling a light case of altitude sickness since but pretty much since the last time I talked to y'all. I've been living on Tylenol. See, when I lived up here when I was a kid, I lived in Eagle Nest, which is about a little over 9,000 foot elevation, and that's where I was most of the time, so I was used to that elevation. Then, you know, the few times I came up here, you know, I was already used to that lower elevation. Well, for the past, since 2012, I've been at sea level in Corpus Christi, literally at sea level, and currently right now I am sitting at, I don't know, around 10,000 foot, give or take. Pretty high up there, big difference. I didn't have that much of a problem with the last 2 campsites because we were around 9,000 foot. But man, these last 2,000 foot that we've climbed up, really made a difference. So, I'm still gonna try to get up to that bluff up there, so I can talk about, you know, some stuff and all that, and do a hike. But yeah, I'm just gonna have to be very, very slow about it because you know, this out of breath stuff, just talking. Not used to it. When I was a kid, it's a lot easier. There was only one other set of campers that stayed out here with us last night. But I showed them a camping spot that was further down. It's further away from the lake, but it's they were more protected from the wind. So as far as wind goes, they probably fared a little bit better than us, and they had more trees around them. As you can see, for us, on the other hand, our campsite is right there. So, but the wind seemed stronger than it was because of our tents. There was stuff, nothing outside, none of our gear or anything got knocked over. So I think down where we were maybe getting like a little 5-mile-an-hour gusts. But up the trees, it sounded pretty, you know, brisk up there. I'm gonna wait for the sun to come out completely and it heat up a little bit before I do anything. I'm gonna go use the restroom and figure out something for breakfast. And I'll check back in with you in a little while when I decide whatever I'm gonna do. My dad's having a bit of trouble breathing, but he's been smoking since, I don't know, he was like 9 or something like that. And if I can't stay on top of the altitude sickness, I don't know, we'll see. May not be able to do the hike. We may head down and go down to a lower elevation, a lower lake or something like that. We don't know yet. We're gonna kind of play today by ear. We're planning on staying out here 3 nights, but last night was kind of miserable. Yeah, I'll start a little bit. All right, I am off on my solo hike. Going that way. So, somewhere up there, hopefully maybe that rocky outcropping is kind of where I want to go. But I may not go that high. We'll see. Take my time. So, take my time and not kill myself. Once I get up there, I will be dropping some fairly big news and go from there. All right, well, I'm climbing right now. Isn't that just beautiful? Might stop here and take some pictures with my phone real fast. I'm getting there. Not exactly sure how much that rocky outcropping I can get to, but I'm not that far off, so we'll see. Oh, little chipmunk. There's a ram right there at the base of those rocks. We've got two bighorn sheep right here. Try to get a little closer. Something scared of me. Oh, they're taking off. About where I'm going. I don't believe they're very aggressive. Pretty tired. My goat buddies are right off on the other side of that little bridge over there. Not bother me, not bother them. Taking my way back. I'm gonna cut down and cut forward. Cut back around to the road. Cut back down. I don't feel like going all the way out that way. Long walk. I do want to go toward that direction, so there's probably where I'm going to go on my way back. But if you look over there in the distance, that tallest peak right there between the two small ones, where the selfie stick's pointing, that's Baldy Mountain. Touch Me Not is right there. So on the other side of those two green mountains right there is Moreno Valley, where Eagle Nest and Angel Fire, New Mexico are. Somewhere down in that direction is where Red River is. So, a little ways up here. Alright guys, well, I made it to the destination of my hike. I'm not too far up from the lake, but it's still not exactly easy getting up here. But the reason why I wanted to really get up here and to talk to y'all is to announce the channel's newest partner and one I'm really excited to be working with, and that is Blood of Tyrants, and specifically Liquid Freedom, their raspberry tea energy drink. It's pretty good, I like it. It's not overly sweetened. It uses like monk fruit, stevia, stuff like that. No sugar, no high fructose corn syrup. Very little caffeine, I think like 100 milligrams or so. If you like a real mild energy drink, something that just tastes just like a very slightly sweetened tea, this stuff is awesome. I like it a lot. It's real mild. Like I said, it just tastes like tea, you know, because that's what it is. We've got people coming in down there. But yeah, I'm real excited to be working with them as a new channel partner. I'm going to be doing a lot of content with their stuff. I got a couple more pictures and stuff like that we're doing with their products up here while I'm up here in northern New Mexico. And also I'm going to be doing some shooting footage with them. I'm going to be shooting some of their cans and stuff like that, doing my gun reviews and stuff like that, along with a couple shorts and whatnot like that. So I'm real excited to be working with them. Please check them out. Their link is going to be here on the screen, right here. And I'm also going to have a QR code. The links will be in the description, everything like that. They are a really cool company, and I'm really happy to be working with them. So please check them out, try it out for yourselves. If you don't like it, you can blame me, don't blame them, but I think you're gonna like it. Anyways, I'm gonna start making my way back down to camp, and I'm probably gonna do me a little fishing. All right, I'm back on kind of level ground. So I got the lake over there. Up there's where I was. And just gonna kind of hike through this boulder field here. Really cool big boulder right here. Try not to break my ankle or my neck or anything like that, but oh wow. These rocks got some really cool quartz deposits in them. See, if I had more time and energy and I was more acclimated, I would have cut up through the woods all the way to the top, gone way up there. But if I was going to do that, I'd also plan on it being like a 2-day hike, and I would have took a tent, food, and all that stuff, so I can make sure I could that's a nice neat looking rock, you know, just in case that it took longer than expected. I'd rather have it, need it, and not need it, need it, and not have it. But I can tell you what though, I'm far more acclimated than I was yesterday. Yesterday, I had a pretty mild case of altitude sickness. I wasn't too bad, just a headache, a little bit of nausea in the middle of the night. But today I'm feeling okay, not too bad. Kind of acclimated a little bit. Oh, tell you what though, I'm getting a lot of footage from this trip, so gotta have a whole lot of videos coming forward just for this. Ooh, there's something here. Now up here on these mountains, there's only a handful of species of snakes. None really venomous up here at this altitude. You might see bull snakes or gopher snakes up here. And during the summertime, you may see crayfish snakes or even checkered garter snakes up here. But you know, not really anything to worry about. There's also not really any ticks up here. There's no fire ants. Not really anything to really bite you or anything like that. Not like Texas. So gonna start weaving my way through the woods, make my way down. I'll check back with y'all once I'm in the actual forest. Now, some of y'all might be wondering, am I worried about walking through these forests up here in the mountains by myself? The answer is yes, I am. There are quite a few things up here that could make a snack out of me. The most concerning is mountain lions, for sure. Because mountain lions will sneak up on you. You're not going to sneak up on a mountain lion. And it's very unlikely you're going to see it coming. Next most concerning is going to be bears. Black bears generally won't be super aggressive towards humans. Generally up here they stay away from us, except with the towns. They come into town to get the trash. Chances are up here, if you're going to come across a black bear, you're going to come across them by accident and sneak up on them. So that is what the 454 is for. That is fully loaded. Now, there are also coyotes out here. Not that much of a concern, especially during the day. All they're human, pretty much. And then, I don't know exactly how long ago, but some years back, New Mexico Fish and Game and the Forestry Service reintroduced gray wolves to the area. And from what I understand, they have been reproducing fairly good. So gray wolves would be the second thing I would be most concerned about. However, they're still pretty reclusive out here. They're very low numbers. Very unlikely I'd come across one. And then there's just so much game out here. Deer, whitetail and mule deer, bighorn sheep, some populations of outad, elk, and then also cattle that I probably wouldn't be all that appetizing to them. So, you know, that is what it is. I'm not super scared or concerned, but, you know, that's why I got a knife on me. That's why I got a full cylinder of 454 on me. You just gotta love the views out here. But yeah, I'm about to head back into the main section of forest. I'm gonna, let's see, what am I looking at? I'm gonna head east, probably a little while, and then cut west, or south. Yeah, I'll cut south. And that should catch me back up to the actual 4x4 trail that led us here. And I'll take that back to camp. Alright, well, I'm in the forest. It's pretty level right in here. Gorgeous, to be honest. Truly is. Keep my wits about me. Keep my ears open. Listening for anything. But you know, it's gorgeous up here. Let's start heading down. Start heading down and to my right, and then once I start going right, I'll run into the trail or the lake pretty fast. Just gotta navigate my way through here. Tell you what, I love hikes like this. I really do. They're not for the faint of heart though. not for those who have breathing conditions. Luckily I don't, outside of just not being used to altitude. Luckily through the tree line, or the trees, I can see the bluff. So I can more or less use that for navigation. But I'm just make my way through here before too long. Hopefully within the next 10, 15, 20 minutes max. Oh, I'll be back at camp and oh, this looks fun. And navigate through all this. Whew. But yeah, fun. Let's do here. Good thing, unlike Texas, I don't really have to worry about watching for snakes when I step over logs and stuff. Like anything like that. You just have to not break my neck as I traverse through here. And I have found the trail already. Looks like. Let's see here. Easiest way to get down. Right here. Sorry. Whew. Oh, that feel nice. Rough country, that's for sure. Okay. We made it to the trail. As you can see, not exactly a gentle trail either. Whew. All right. Well, I'll see y'all guys when I get back to camp, or a little later on. Maybe when I do some fishing. Alright guys, last hike of the trip, well, at least up at Goose Lake. There's another stream I want to check out, and then I want to follow it up and see where I can find where it comes from, because I think it's a spring fed stream. But I gotta be careful. About 5 a.m. this morning, a couple hunters showed up, and they're off somewhere over there. I'm not exactly sure where, but they're over there somewhere. But my guess is one of them were lucky enough to draw a bighorn sheep tag, and this is one place where 100% you know they're at. So I mean, if I got a bighorn sheep tag, this is where I would come. Tonight, well, when I'm back from this little quick hike, I'll start packing up camp, and then we're going to attempt to make our way back down the mountain. Hopefully nothing breaks on my truck. Made it up here okay. As long as we make it down, I'll be happy. Then tonight we're going to stay in a hotel. Then in the first thing in the morning, we're going to go to the hot springs in Taos in the gorge. And then we're going to sleep in the hotel again, and then wake up early in the morning and head back to Texas. So this is the first, no, never mind, this is not the first one. That's one of them, but not the main one. Okay, that is the first one. So the other one is just a little bit further up this way. But yeah, I'll check back with y'all when I find something interesting, or we're on our way to the hot springs. Alright guys, here is the source. Right there. That's where it comes out of the mountain. It goes on down the lake. Alright, well, found that source. If you look, I was way up over there in those trees. I got one last spot I want to check out before I start packing up. And it's the creek that feeds out of the lake. I think there's a pond or something down at the bottom of that stream. So I'm gonna head down there, see what's down at the bottom, see if there's anything interesting, and then that's gonna be it as far as you know, the Goose Lake hikes. I'm gonna start doing the rest of the packing and stuff because I really want to start heading down the mountain around noon, and I really would like to make sure that we can take our time. I'm gonna have it in 4-low and first gear, and I'm just gonna crawl the whole way down the mountain. It took us 2 hours to get up here on Sunday, so I'm gonna be looking at least that on the way down, probably even slower, because I really want to take it easy on the truck. I have a feeling that once I get back to Corpus, I'm gonna have to do some repairs on the truck. Who knows? But okay, well, I'll let you know when I get to the bottom. Alright, almost at the bottom. It's beautiful down here. Let me get y'all a good view. Alright, well, that's it. Found what I was looking for. It's not really a pond down here. It just looks like this is going to be a lot of marsh down through here, and I don't have the right shoes. So, okay, well, I'm going to head back up, start packing up, and then I might check in with y'all on the way down the mountain. Well guys, I hope y'all enjoyed. I know this wasn't necessarily my best filmed video, simply because of, you know, hiking and being out of breath and learning a new camera and not having it properly aimed at me in some of the shots. I wish I would use the flip up screen a little bit more. I'm so used to using GoPros that I forget that the new camera has that function. But either way, I just wanted to hike around and explore the lake and take y'all with me. That way you can kind of see, you know, some of the beautiful places that I grew up at and I've been around and all that. And Also, just so I have some memories, you know, later on down the road. I don't know when I'm going to be going back to northern New Mexico, Goose Lake specifically. I don't know. All it takes is one wildfire to sweep through the area, and then it's drastically different for a very long time. So I enjoyed the memories while I was there. Got some beautiful pictures, got some footage, had fun. Slept really, really bad. But you know, sometimes it's kind of nice to get some of these little vlog videos out of the way. I am going to try to finish up this whole little New Mexico series. And then I'm going to get back into my normal content where I got the moniker restoration, the RTI project. I'm working on that one still. I just ordered a tub for that way I can actually do the cleaning stuff. That's going to be probably here this weekend. Hopefully I'll be working on that video, maybe posting that on Monday. I've got a few more in this series, and then of course back to the gun reviews, and it's also hunting season, so we're getting ready to get going with that. Gonna be doing a lot of duck hunting this year. Not so much hog hunting or deer hunting because I don't have a place. However, I might look into public land this year, kind of see how that situation, but definitely a lot of duck hunting. And now that I have a camera guy who hopefully can come with me, we'll be able to increase that film quality quite a bit. And then I'm also planning, maybe here sometime this winter, doing a road trip out to Big Bend National Park out in West Texas, and then go into the hot springs there. So hope y'all guys enjoyed, and I'll see y'all next time.